Luadni. Krimat turned 31 just 3 days ago, having celebrated his birthday here in Nairobi. Mahraoui wide, will be collected by Bushai Barasi, 25-year-old, one of two Raja Casablanca defenders who start. Lamari the other. They were both part of that Raja side that won the invincible double 2 seasons ago, 2023-2024. They won the Botola Pro and the Throne Cup, going the entire season undefeated, breaking numerous records on their way to that double crown. Mufid couldn't quite bring that ball under control, and a promising Moroccan move comes to a sudden halt. In fairness, it's incredibly difficult. Back live, Aitor Khan has possession, flicks it out wide. Mufid wanted to collect from Mahraoui, who tried to drive his way through by himself, but doesn't find success with the ball at his feet. Trickles over the goal line. Mufid wanted that ball back. Aitor Khan had put himself in a good position to receive as well. Good pressure from the Kenyan defence. That is much changed from the defensive lineups that did duty in their opening 2 fixtures against Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola. Mohamed Siraji getting an opportunity to start today. Mike Kibwage comes in and captains. Louis Bundy gets his first start. Only Sylvester Owino. In fact, he's the only outfield player for Kenya to have played every minute of this tournament so far for the host nation. Luadni. Riai. Rush looking for a way through, looks for the return ball, it's too strong. Khan and Bosch run back to their positions in midfield. The idea was good. Riai trying to chip it over the top for either one of those two to run onto it. Aitor Khan though turned around and signalled to Riai, lay it into my feet. Bushiri, good footwork, gets away from 2. Mansour back to his defence. The defender by trade, playing in a defensive midfield role for Benny McCarthy's side at this tournament. Bundy forward into the path of Omondi, who looks to get away from Belamari. It'll be out on the far side, but I think it might be a free kick to Kenya here. Belamri not allowing Omondi to get going. Dangerous player, the Raja player, Casablanca born. But he was called up by Walid Rigagri, the national team coach, as cover for Musahar Mazraoui in October last year. Made his debut in a 5-0 win over Central African Republic in the AFCON qualifiers. He had made his senior debut as an 18-year-old under Rigagri and FUS Rabat. Bushiri goes deep, maybe a little too deep. Owino doing his best to keep that in play. He's only just managed to square it back to catch the Moroccan defender and find another corner. Kenya applying some pressure. Can they capitalise? 15 minutes gone, goalless it remains. Nodded towards the back post, not cleared. Ogam, delivery back in, frantic and desperate appeals for a handball and penalty, but the referee says free kick Morocco. Ryan Ogam feels aggrieved. Morocco concerned. laid back in. I think it's Mulua who's gone down a little awkwardly. With his arms tucked behind his back. The referee had awarded a free kick earlier. Penny McCarthy in conversation with Vasily Manusakis, his assistant coach. McCarthy, after all his massive successes as a player, has already achieved much as a coach. Here's Mulua. He receives a little medical attention. That's the incident. Ogam and Mulua challenging one another. Referee blowing for that foul. Tarek Sikturi, he will not be intimidated by the rather partisan crowd here in Kasarani, Antaboy International Sports Centre. He knows what his side is capable of and recognises their ability. He spent most of his playing career in Netherlands and Portugal, Sikturi, including a few seasons at Porto. And as I mentioned, he overlapped with Benny McCarthy for a while. A couple of fouls in the game so far. What we're waiting for is shots on target. Morocco have had one shot, none on target. And you have yet to have a go at the Moroccan goal. El Harar. And he came through the Shabab Mohammedia youth setup. Disappointingly for Mohammedia, club relegated this past season. He actually helped promote them to the Botola Pro in his first season as a senior back in 2019-2020. El Harar was in goal. Joined Raja though last year on a 3-year deal. Towards Amondi, but that ball skips harmlessly away. It'll be a throw into Morocco. Rimat Belamari looks long. Wanted Mulua to chase, but Kibwagi has this under control. Former NFC Leopards and KCB man. Across to Uino. Maya man. And the Lindsay Stars player, Mushiri, cuts it back inside for Mansour, also of KCB. Mushiri looks from range, but he pulls his effort wide of target. Kenya looking to settle into their rhythm. There's a problem here for one of the Moroccan players. I think it might be Mulua, who's down again. And an unappreciative reaction from the crowd. Riai, Aitar Khan, Bash all stand over their teammate. Aitar Khan signalling substitution time. They've got some dangerous players on the bench, including that man, Oussama Lamloui, player of the season. His past campaign in Morocco. And who helped Berkane to the CAF Confederation Cup title. Not only helped him, he was top scorer. And it looks like, though, Younes El Kabi is the man that's being summoned. And if the name El Kabi rings a bell, it's because his brother shot to prominence in this competition. This is a look at the move from Kenya a moment ago. Ben Stanley Omondi out wide. Boniface Ushiri on the inside, saw a little bit of space. Thought he'd go from a rather ambitious range. Kibwagi and Bundy gifted instructions from Benny McCarthy. Final instructions for Yunus El Kabi. There's the captain of Kenya, Omar Aboud, the 32-year-old from the reigning league champions Kenya Police. On the bench today, Benny McCarthy said he was going to surprise a few. Indeed, he has surprised a few with his 6 changes in the starting lineup that did duty against Angola on match day 2. It's an inauspicious start for Morocco. We're going to make an injury-enforced substitution early on here. The FUS Rabat striker Ayoub Mulua, leading scorer in Morocco's top flight this past season, is going to make way. But on in his place, an incredibly dangerous young talent who has the ability to change the complexion of a game, much as his brother did. Well, Ayoub Mulua leaves the field of play. Yunus El Kabi makes his way on. The 24-year-old who's just joined Renaissance Sportive de Berkane, RS Berkane, the CAF Confederation Cup champions from Raja Casablanca, where he spent the last 7 years. But for many, and it's a role he's looking to step out of. He wants to step out of the shadow of his older brother Ayoub El Kabi, now at Olympiacos in Greece. Former national team player, was a 2-time winner of the African Nations Championship in 2018 and 2020. Being named top scorer and player of the tournament at 2018. Lamari forward up towards El Kabi, who nods it back down, and Mansour collects possession for Kenya, much to the delights of the home fans. Over 20 minutes gone, we're halfway through this opening half. No goals as yet, no shots on target from either one of these sides. Long-range effort from Kenya and an effort off target from Morocco as well. All that the sides have to show for new industry so far. It's not looking good for Mulua. I hope he's done no damage. Rimat seeking space, finds Arasi on the far side. Riai down the centre, looks to chip the ball in behind the Kenyan defensive line. The idea was good, and certainly Anas El Mahraoui to run onto it. Second time that Riai has chipped over the Kenyan defensive line. And on neither occasion has a teammate been able to reel the ball in before it rolled harmlessly out of play. Rimat dispossessed by Omondi. Massive cheer. Just a reminder to Morocco. Every error is going to be more fodder for the encouragement of every Kenyan fan in this ground. Ogam feeds it out wide. Mushiri's got pace, but he's closed down by Bash, and eventually the ball worked away by Morocco up towards El Kabi, who can hit on transition, but again it's Mansour, just an exceptional player who collects the ball, and he's won the free kick on the far side as well. Boucher Barassi. Basha initially closed down, Arasi with the clearance, and then Mansour claimed possession. It was Mansour who was fouled. Mohamed Siraji. They call him Mastermind because he's always so calculating. Delivers. Looked inviting. Omondi with the header, but it's too close to El Harar, who'll collect comfortably and look to ball the ball out to a defender. This time goes the way of Luadni. Goalless it remains through 25 minutes. Possession very much favouring Morocco, who are a side that, like Kenya, I'm not overly concerned by the amount of possession they have in a game, but rather how they use it. Morocco had relatively little possession against Angola in their first match, but romped to a 2-0 win. Arasi with Luadni. Bilamari. Riai is waiting for the ball out wide. Bilamari with a little touch forward as Irambo looked to make his presence felt in midfield. Bilamari appealing frantically for a corner that is not given. Only stepping back, but Irambo coming across just to remind the Moroccan players that he's there. He certainly adds a very physical aspect to the game, does Crispin Irambo. One of the reasons, no doubt, Benny McCarthy has started him in today's tie. Here's Bandi. Omondi. Stanley Omondi tries to get it, but Rimat has claimed possession. And again, this transition ball for Morocco looks very good. Ankar Khan, though, slows the tempo down slightly before looking to pick out the pass to El Ghabi. It's very nicely defended. Siraji looking to lift that over the charging Moroccan players. He's earned a throw-in on the far side, but importantly, how can you defend? Ball just getting away from Luadni. It'll be a free kick to Kenya in the centre circle. Luadni with a heavy first touch. Crispin Irambo putting his body on the line. Another one of the Tusker players, Kibera born. The two captains stand in front of referee Vincent Gabore. Luadni with a heavy first touch. Irambo gets there, plays the ball before Luadni cuts him down. Free kick Kenya, just inside their own half in the centre circle. And Uino prepares to take. Finds Kibwage. Uino. Returned by Mufid. It'll be a Kenya throw on the far side. Bandi finds Omondi. Irambo runs onto it. Circulates the ball well. Mansour can't escape this time. Looking to hit on transition. Aitor Khan, inspired run. Looks to sidestep Owino. Gets away from him. Mansour is there to cause all sorts of problems for Aitor Khan. It's a great recovery from Suleiman Mansour. And that'll be a free kick to Kenya on the far side. Suktui displeased and makes his feelings known to fourth official Sadou Ali Ramo of Niger. Mansour. Kenya take quickly on the stroke of the half-hour mark. Can they find something here? Mushiri's gone central. So too the back post. Umondi waits for the delivery, but squeezed away by Bilamari. Back inside to the left back now. All as it remains through half an hour. Riai around Mansour again, but Mansour will not let him get away. Irambo got a touch, but Morocco have it back. Chip over the top, and Kibwage says, "Not on my watch." All gone down, free kick Kenya, and maybe a caution to come. Indeed, the referee has got the yellow card out, and it's gone the way of Bushaib Arasi, the 25-year-old. Central defender on a yellow card is not what you want ideally. Good pressure from Morgan and Kenya. Owino steps up to take the set piece. Morgan will be excited to score his first goal for Kenya here. It'll be one of his aims. Lovely work from Mushiri. Ball out wide. Seeking a way through. Yeah, he got a touch. Brought down by Omondi, and the shot is deflected away for the corner. Mansour looks from range. He's impressed at under 18 level, he's impressed at under 20 level. He is absolutely impressing at full international level. Suleiman Mansour, 19-year-old from KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank. Benny McCarthy has full belief in his squad members. Mansour is repaying that faith splendidly. Another set piece. Corner opportunity for Kenya, their third. Morocco have yet to win a corner in this game, despite dominating the possession in the early stages. Morgan and El Kabi coming together, and now a few players come together, and Luadni finds himself on the turf. Wage pleading innocence. Owino and Luadni just getting to know each other a little better. The referee is having a word with the two. Kibwage was trying to calm things down. A tepid embrace. The play to get back underway from a corner to Kenya. Mushiri goes deep. It was a decent looking delivery. The chance is still there for Kenya. It comes out the way of Mushiri, but it's picked up by Ben Stanley Omondi. Mushiri drives the ball in, but it's whipped away. Bush gets back to help with the clearance. Kenya are playing some inspired football. Can they break down this Moroccan defence, however? Touré says he wants his players to use the 90 minutes effectively. His aim is victory. And McCarthy has spoken about the resilience of his side, how proud he is of his team, and what they've managed to achieve so far against both Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola, and no doubt in the opening half hour here against Morocco. Omondi back to Kibwage. There's Bundy. Here's Bundy. He's just been named the best defender and MVP for his club side, AFC Leopards, at the end of season function. Edward Omondi, very strong mindset. His mentality is excellent. He's got a wonderful attitude as well. First shot to prominence when he left Andorra Love, his home club, for Rainbow FC. It is a man who dreams of playing for Manchester United, a club that his now coach, Benny McCarthy, used to coach at. He was assistant under Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United. Kenya have had more shots than Morocco in this game. Morocco had the first, Kenya have had the last two, but neither side has produced an effort on target. We're inside the final 10 minutes of the opening half. Lovely run, Bush read it nicely. Belhamri with an inch-perfect pass, and Bundy helps work the ball to safety. Not the tallest player, Bundy, but played basketball for a number of years. He's run out of high school as well. He's a Very instinctive player, and he's got wonderful footwork, and perhaps some of that comes from playing basketball. The on-court movement. Owino clears to a roar of approval from the home fans. Marking their tournament debut in some fashion, this edition are Kenya up against the two-time champions, crowned in 2018 and 2020. Undefeated in the last 14 Chan matches, I remind you. As much though as Morocco have pedigree and history in this competition, Sabtouri is very much a pragmatic coach and says that despite their many successes, his focus is not on the past, it's on what's before him here and now today. Bundy clears, only as far as Riai, who steps wide. Manzour again collects, shot comes in, it's a snapshot, but it's well saved by Nomundi. Down into his left to deny Anas El Mafraoui. Siraj. Back to Siraj, inside. Manzour. Bundy over the top, into the path of Omondi. Two players wait for a delivery and another at the back post. They'll get a second chance perhaps. Irambo now. It's coming down onto the head of Ryan Ogam, but he's unable to direct it goal bound. Applause for the effort in the industry on that last passage of play for Kenya. Benny McCarthy eager to see his side finish though, as he so often did. Scored against Morocco at the Africa Cup of Nations in 1998 when he was player of the tournament. It was a 2-1 win in the quarterfinals for Bafana Bafana. Rimat quite wide. Edward Khan. Lamari. Edward Khan. This stadium, built for the All Africa Games in 1987. Edward Khan represented Morocco at the last African Games in 2019 in Rabat. Or the edition before Ghana, I should say. A moment ago, spilled ball that he was able to take a snapshot from. It was a fine effort, and also top draw from Omondi. Watchful all the way. The Bandari keeper denied Morocco what was the first shot on target in this game. A couple of Bandari players who featuring for McCarthy's side. Bandari, the coastal club based in Mombasa. Siraj another students in that left back role today. That'll be a free kick to Morocco. Ashiri a little too eager to try to win the ball back. He's got some international experience. He played in the United States for a season. It was an injury-interrupted season for him. Played in the USL League 2 for Golden State Force. Nicely defended and worked away by Crispin Orambo up to Ben Stanley Omondi. The idea was good, but it was cut out by the man who was cautioned a short while ago, Bouchaya Barassi. Morocco have it back. Namari doesn't want to go near Manzour. Morocco recognise the ability of the 19-year-old. Trying to stay away from him and use the flanks. Manzour is drifting to the far flank, and he's so far cut out all the Moroccan efforts down that flank, the right flank. Omondi being applauded. Ben Stanley Omondi a short while ago looking for a little bit of space. Ogam was there to chase, and the frustration apparent for Benny McCarthy. He was one of the finest finishers on the African continent. Mansour feeding the pass out to Mushiri. Then Stanley Omondi with a chance to shoot, takes a deflection, it's come the way of Ogam. Ogam turns left, fires home. Kenya lead, building up to half-time, and Ryan Ogam lives up to his billing as he fires Kenya in front in Kasarani. That was a sensational finish from Ogam. He was marked out as the player to watch at this tournament. He has delivered now, much to the delight of the partisan home fans. Nairobi erupts, Kenya erupts, Harambee Stars lead. It's joy and jubilation, but we're not even halfway into this tie. Ryan Ogam, what a reward for a player who can finish with aplomb and brilliance. 15 goals this past campaign, but it was injury interrupted. The chance was there. Ogam sidesteps two and then fires it past 6 Morocco players. Pinpoint accuracy. Take a bow. Ryan Wesley Ogam. McCarthy couldn't wait, and then it came. Munib Josephs is there with him. So is the entire country of Kenya. Ogam strikes, Morocco trail. Is there something special on the cards today? El Harar concedes for the first time. Morocco have had 38 final third entries. That goal came from Kenya's 10th final third entry. Luadni, out wide, Arasi. Mufid wanting to get involved. Arasi, back with Luadni. Aitwar Khan has dropped a little deeper and drifted toward the left. Benny McCarthy, and indeed his Kenyan players, would know that this job is only halfway done. But they do have the all-important opening goal in this tie. Down the flank, and Omondi prevents that ball from going over the goal line. Another look. Ben Stanley Omondi with a shot that was blocked by Mufid, and then Ogam pounced on the loose ball, sidestepped the defender who is cutting back to close him down, and 6 Moroccan players in front of him. Despite that, he finds a way through. It's pinpoint, it's precision, it's perfect for Kenya. So no longer is Austin Odhiambo the only Kenya player who has scored at this tournament. He scored both Kenya's goals in their opening 2 fixtures. As we hit the 45-minute mark here in Kasarani, 4 minutes of additional time. Rimat playing in a more advanced position now, finds Elkabi. Elkabi had a little space, but Kiwagi closed him down quickly. Still an opportunity here for Morocco, scrambled away, but only as far as Riai, who tries to follow up, and Bundy takes one for the team. Bundy taking a ball to a very delicate part of the body. Anas El Mathraoui, meanwhile, is down. Lewis Bundy put his body on the line to defend from this passage of play. Owino squeezed it out only as far as Riai. Bundy closed down quickly. El Mafraoui and Bundy both down. Mafraoui down after Irambo had ploughed into him. Morocco are approaching 50 final third entries in this opening half. They've yet to score. They dominate possession, but they don't lead on the scoreboard. Ryan Ogam separates these sides. The Tusker man from Nairobi. For many, the player to watch. There was talk about him moving to Algeria. The Giants, USM Alger, wanted him, but the move didn't materialise. A move to Sweden collapsed. Now there is a VAR check going on here. And it's for Irambo. Certainly goes into El Mafraoui. And the referee, Kabore, needs to make a decision to determine whether or not Kenya have players who receive red cards in successive games. Irambo was brought in for his physicality, and that, I'm afraid, is a very dangerous looking challenge. Kabore will look at it again before making an informed decision. But this could be bad news for Kenya on the stroke of half-time. El Mafraoui working the ball away. Irambo over the top. The FIFA official since 2020, the Burkinabe, was well positioned to make the call, but there was plenty of frenetic action going on in that passage of play. The VAR check is over. Vincent Kabore has made his decision based on the VAR, and it's going to be a free kick to Morocco. Does he go to the back pocket? Irambo's off. Irambo is off. Benny McCarthy protests. He protests loudly. But by the letter of the law, endangering the safety of an opponent speaks to a red card, and the referee, Vincent Kabore, has made an informed decision to end this match for Crispin Irambo. Kenya, for successive matches, have a player sent off. It was Marvin Nabwire in the last game against Angola. Is Crispin Irambo here? And that, I'm afraid, is a red card. Irambo departs. Kenya down to 10. When they played some inspired football with 10 against Angola. They did not concede while they were down by a player, but they'll need to do it against a far sterner opponent in Morocco here. Squad captain Aboud has a word with Irambo, who's applauded off by the capacity crowd. He put in a very sharp shift in the opening half, but it's ended in disappointing fashion. So free kick to Morocco is how play gets back underway on the stroke of half-time. Aït Khan stands over this one, just outside the 18-yard area. Will it be Bellamari? It will be. Low and flat, and Omondi is well positioned to deny Morocco an equaliser. The fullback strikes it clean, but he strikes it straight at the well-positioned Omondi. He's now thumped that ball downfield and gone all the way to their opposition goalkeeper. Morocco have dominated possession in this game, and And that is the end of an opening half that has yielded one goal, and it's gone the way of Ryan Wesley Ogum, the 20-year-old sensational striker with a pinpoint precision finish that has gifted Kenya a lead, but they are down by a player. El Harar concedes for the first time. And as the players march towards their change rooms at half-time, Ogum's goal separates the teams. Kenya are up by a goal, but they're down a player against Morocco at half-time. Christian Erambo's red card. One of the key moments in this opening half. The players march to the tunnel.
Representing 200,000 music listeners.
Well, they lined up against one another. Statistically, it was dominance for Morocco in the possession stakes. And while they had the lion's share of shots in the early stages, Kenya came back to have 5 shots at goal. One of them on target, tucked into the back of the net by Ryan Ogum. It separates these sides at half-time. The passing accuracy of Morocco will please Sakdewi, but not much else. When you look at these statistics overall, Kenya have won the only 3 corners of the game so far. Morocco have been rather muted in transition ball, but they have looked dangerous in periods, and they're looking to capitalise on that with a 1-player advantage in the second half. Kenya have collected their 2nd red card of this tournament.
DSTV means choosing.
Ready? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now you can choose amazing. Amazing acting, reacting, and overreacting.
Living for this drama.
Front row at the gaming and super fanning while on the going.
Winning!
Locally, all around the worlding. Wowing. Binging and blockbustering.
You're green.
I am.
While others are white ricing, you're jolloffing.
And the looping, or rather the header into the ground, which looped up, causing Abdurrahman Sa a few problems there. Nice idea from Flori Yangao as he stooped to make a connection with that. On comes Tsongi, Landry Tsongi Abega, turned 20 years old last month. Was at the under 20 AFCON in Egypt earlier this year. Abdurrahman Sa punches clear, gives away the corner. Teta, clever flick to find Said. Getting forward with urgency here. Works the space and fairly easy shots for Abdurrahman Sa to take care of. Dimitri Kubeto. So Ahmed's strike in the 9th minute settles it. Mauritania knowing full well approaching this match that should they not be able to get the full haul, it was practically over for them. But they still have hope. They win 1-0 over Central African Republic.
come Kenya. The players making their way back out. Morocco too. The technical officials making their way out of the tunnel as well. The technical team from the respective sides. There's still hope for Morocco. They've got 45 minutes to play and they're up against an opponent that is down by a player. That's the man that has scored the only goal of this game so far. Ryan Ogam with a delightful strike from the left boot, steering Kenya in front. 42 minutes into this tie. Will his strike be enough to see Kenya to victory? There's still a long road ahead, and that man, Tariq Siktowi's team, is desperate for a result. Morocco have only twice suffered defeat at the African Nations Championship. They lost in the quarterfinals in 2014, and they lost in the group stages in 2016. A 1-0 defeat to Côte d'Ivoire in 2016, their last loss. Since then, the 2018 and 2020 titles. And Ryan Ogam sees his side in front. There is going to be a change at half-time, and as expected, Alpha Onyango is going to make his way onto the park. They needed somebody in that role. The player who's been sacrificed is Edwin Omondi. So Alpha Onyango, who was player of the match against Democratic Republic of Congo in their opening fixture, makes his way on now. And will join his teammates in the huddle. Morocco also looks set to make a change. Sabir Boujrin, one of the Raja players, is waiting to make his way on. It's Bellamadi, one of the outstanding players in the opening half for Morocco. On a couple of occasions, nearly created goal-scoring chances for a Moroccan side that dominated possession. In the final huddle, Morocco are going to make a double change. Youssef Mehri is going to make his way on as well. There's confirmation of Onyango on, Alpha Onyango. Edwin Omondi, the player, substituted off at half-time. And there'll be a change for Morocco as well before the second half gets underway. Mehri and Boujrin will make their way on. Mehri, closest to your screen, wearing 21, on the Berkane side that won the Confederation Cup this past campaign. Boujrin with Raja. So Al-Mahraoui as reinforced. They lost Ayoub Mulloua to injury. Younes El Kabi was a first half substitute for Morocco. So, confirming the substitutions, Boujrin and Mehri are on. Now, before the second half gets underway, the referee has gone over to the Kenya technical area and he's summoned Benny McCarthy and he's going to give him a yellow card. Sarcastic applause from Benny McCarthy. Second half gets underway. It's Morocco who start proceedings to substitute Sabir Boujrin. Kenya in the red. They're down by a player. They're up by a goal. They've collected 2 of the 3 red cards in the tournament so far, and they've done it in successive matches. Marvin Nabuira in the last against Angola, Crispin Irambo here. First red card of the tournament went the way of Dax, the Madagascar captain, in a goalless draw with Mauritania in Group B. Incidentally, no side who has received the red card has conceded yet at this tournament. Maybe that'll change here, through, and immediately looking to strike. It's just dragged this effort past. Youssef Mehri, the Berkane striker, dangerously close to finding an equaliser mere seconds after the restart. Runs onto it. Breaks to the side of Uino. It does enough perhaps just to put him off. And Mechi fires wide. Marrakesh born. Began his career in Marrakesh with KAC. Made his professional debut in the second tier, the Botola 2 in 2019. Stepped up in 2022 to Hassania Agadir, scored against Wydad. His first goal. And the rest, as they say, is history. Berkan. Rassi looking to combine with Mufid. Playing very high in the second half on Morocco. Playing with a bit more of a low block in the first half, but that seems to have gone out the window. They're down by a player and they're looking to capitalise. They're down by a goal and they're looking to capitalise on the one-player advantage here, I suspect. Rimad. Sinaj putting him under pressure. Through ball, a little bit of space opening up again. Just pulled back by Boujrin. Out wide to Mufid. He's wide of Ben Stanley Omondi. A couple of Kenyan players go down, I think in collision with one another. This ball in toward the back post, and from a Kenyan perspective put to safety by Bandi. Belamari looking dangerous. Morocco have their first corner of this game. Hushed silence around the venue. Omondi was impeded as he tried to collect that ball. Free kick to Kenya. Luadni. Some contact on the keeper. And the free kick goes the way of Omondi. Ogam goes down, but nothing in it. It continues. Here's Luadni, Mufid, former under-17 star for Morocco. Mufid tries the long ball forward. He's back in Morocco now, is Mufid, after 2 seasons in Qatar in the Qatar Stars League with Salal. Signed for Royal Armed Forces, or Asfar, more commonly known, in July. El Harar with a little bit of work to do. He recovers nicely after Luadni had laid the ball back to his left. It's one of the changes at half-time. Again, Mansour disrupts Morocco's progress. Bash now. Rimad on the halfway line. Boujrin back to Luadni. Morocco moving the ball around with a great deal more purpose, looking to find gaps and exploit. Free kick to Morocco in a very dangerous position. Mike Kibuage is incensed with the decision. Riai down, referee had no hesitation in calling free kick. Alfonyango. A standout performance in the first fixture as Kenya made their African Nations Championship debut. Just catching Riai, the Gor Mahia man. Started his way at Gor Mahia Youth after high school, worked his way into the first team. Five minutes gone in the second half. Kenya will be watching the clock throughout. Kenyan fans will be on the edge of their seats. And they certainly are. In this Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. 3-player wall. Boujrin, experienced Raja man, looks to chip it. Kenya clear. It'll be a Morocco corner. Bundy's put in a couple of key clearances so far. Very versatile player is Bundy. Looking to keep the wall away from that man, Yunus El Kabi. Fine finisher. They've got height at set pieces, not looking to use it with the direct delivery here. Bash goes all the way back to his keeper, Khara. Hashtag Total Energies Chan 2024. If you want to get involved in social media. Mufid making a fine run. Now that delivery is a little too strong. Lamari is looking to keep it in play on the far side, but despite a valiant effort, we'll see the ball out of play. And Kenya have a moment's respite. Nearly 60 final third entries for Morocco in this game, only 15 for Kenya. But they've got the all-important goal. Ogam's strike separates the sides. Primat. Luadni. Rasi. Mufid. Kenya, for a moment, had 10 back behind the ball. Amadi playing very high. Bouzri over the top, that'll be too hard. Just too much. Fresh legs on the park and hasn't quite found his range. For now, it's delight for Kenya, they lead. And Morocco are barely letting Kenya out of their own half in this second half. Mondi was up to the challenge against Angola. Made 6 fine saves to deny Angola. As they went in search of a goal that would have taken them in front after the red card for Nabuire. Good little turn and go here. Kenya again scramble through, appeals for a penalty, and referee says penalty. Boniface Mushiri. Mushiri down. The referee points to the penalty mark. It will be checked by VAR. Tarek Siktoui is incensed. Morocco stand in disbelief. The referee is trying to grab the attention of the Morocco keeper, El Kharar, and take him back to his goal line to prepare to stare down a penalty from 12 yards out. Effectively 10 minutes gone in the second half. Kenya down by a goal. The referee will go and have a look at this again. He's made the call, made the decision in real time, but now has been advised to go and have a look at it. Needs to see if the decision stands. Kenya wait patiently for the chance to take this set piece. Now referee Vincent Kabore is having a look. decision made. He will reveal it now. No penalty. Relief for Sekdui, relief for Morocco, disappointment for Kenya. It's a free kick though to Kenya, just outside the area. Shiri on the outside. So free kick to Kenya in a very handy position. Shiri, the Ulinzi Stars man. Ulinzi means defence. Ogam stands over it. It's a tight angle. It is to go for it directly. Ogam looks to try, and oh so nearly in. Owino got his head on the end of it, but more importantly for Morocco, they've only just managed to keep it out, courtesy of Mufid. Out for the corner it goes. Owino agonisingly close to celebrating a second goal for Kenya on the day. They still lead. Coming up towards the hour mark. From the corner. Fourth corner of the game for Kenya, delivered decently. It's there for Ogam to control, tries to hit it. Reaches the very end of his toe. Lewis Bundy is back to collect for Kenya, steers it forward. One on the far side, Owino is trying to keep that in play, but that's gone over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick to Morocco. Opportunity lost just before the hour mark for Kenya. Ogam showing some ambition, trying to go near post, took a deflection off the wall and nearly found its way in at the back post. And a good passage of play that for Kenya. The bulk of the minutes in this second half have been spent deep inside Kenya territory. Not only did they break clear, they nearly scored as well. Thrilling for the host nation too, that the host nations, it's still early days effectively, but Tim Mzize of Tanzania, Austin Odhiambo, the two leading scorers in the tournament so far. 2 goals apiece. Odhiambo on the bench for Kenya. Mzize having scored a brace against Madagascar. Kenya defends stoically. Look to try to escape on that far side again. Ogam charged into a central position forward. Ben Stanley Omundi challenging down that far flank. He made his National Super League debut at Midway Youth as a 16-year-old while still at school. St. Peter's Mumias. Morocco are making another couple of changes here, and indeed these are their last changes. On the hour mark, they're bringing on the very, very dangerous Oussama Lamloui. There he is, leading scorer in the CAF Confederation Cup this season as Berkane won the title after finishing as runners-up the previous season. He's on for Arasi. Through here, maybe another chance, and that ball is unkindly ricocheted off the shins of Ogam and into the hands of El Harar. Morocco look to escape. The other player on, incidentally, Salahuddin Raouli, the Olympic Safi man. Bushiri here, couldn't keep it in play. And Benny McCarthy has a stern word at Bushiri. This was a moment ago. Ogam and Luadni side by side. The unkind ricochet of Ogam's shin is because Luadni got an all-important touch on the ball. Kicked it into the leg of Ogam. Mushiri is on the turf at the moment and just needing a little medical attention. Ogam still agonised at that last opportunity. He's going to make a change shortly. He's going to make a couple of changes. Sakwa is one of those who's set to make his way on. The other is going to be the introduction of Austin Odongo. I think he might be given a chance. It looks like Umija's going to make his way on as well. I can tell you out of screen. Mushiri battling to control that. Onyango battling to control, and then Mushiri pulling up on the inside and going over. So he's being marshalled to the near side, and David Sakwa of Bandari is being spoken to by Benny McCarthy. So it looks like he's going to make just the two changes. It's going to be Alfonso Meja, the Maya defender, and David Sakwa of Bandari. They're going to make their way on. Referee signalling to his watch, no time lost. So double change, and Ogam is going to make way. He'll be applauded for his effort in this game, and indeed the fine goal that he scored. Delightful, delicate and deft. Mushiri, the other player, needing to leave the field of play. Alfonso Meja is on, and so too is David Sakwa. Morocco in possession. Mufid. Over an hour gone in this game. There'll be plenty of time added on at the end of 90, we suspect. Rimat. Rimat again.